Hey, what's up? Ian here, and this is my quick unboxing, graph measurements, and first impressions of this Moondrop Blessing 3. It is a 2DD plus 4BA hybrid IEM. The retail price for this is $320 US. It is available on Linsol's website. By the way, I bought this with my own money, so this video is not sponsored, but irregardless, I'll still give you guys my own honest, unscripted opinion. Alright, so now in this video, I'm just going to open this up, show you guys what's in the retail box, and then measure it with my own measuring rig and show you guys a graph and listen to it for the very first time and share with you guys my first impression. Now, please note that this is not a full review video. After this video, I'm going to listen to this IM for a longer period of time, and then I'll come up with another review video. Now, this video will be timestamped, so please feel free to skip around. Alright, so let's jump straight into the unboxing. So this is quite a big box, okay, very nice box. Let's first remove this plastic so that we can see the box properly without the glare and the reflection. Okay, and there you go. Alright, so very cute anime girl in front here, and Moondrop Blessing 3. At the top and bottom, nothing much. At the back, you do get a graph, okay, and you've got some specs. So let's quickly go through that specs. The impedance for this is 14.8 ohms. Frequency response is 10 to 30,000 hertz. The sensitivity is 120 dB. And I think that's about it. The driver is 2DD and 4BA. By the way, the way that this driver, or the two dynamic driver, is placed is pretty unique. They are being faced to each other, and makes it well, maybe less distortion. I don't know, that's what they say. Okay, so let's take out the sleeve. And very nice box. Okay, so there is well, very nicely printed box, I guess. Open. Okay, so so there is like a hinge. Can you see, like a hinge when it opens up? So it's like a very nice opening experience. Okay, and then there is like attachment. There's an arrow here to take out the attachment. Okay, and you've got all the accessories here. Let's take everything out. Okay, let's see what's inside. I think that's about it. Nothing else in the box. Very nice box, actually. Very nice opening experience. Okay, and then let's take everything out first from the box. Pull this out. Okay, nothing much really. Okay, so we've got some paperwork here. I'm not going to go through that, but I think there's a postcard. As usual, Moondrop like to give postcards of an anime girl, and there's a case. Alright, so this is actually a very nice case. I think pretty unique. It's PU leather, definitely not real leather, and the zipper is kind of okay. Yeah, pretty nice zipper. Okay, quite stiff, but still works, and it's a hard case on both sides. On the outside, on the inside is felt, and you've got a mesh pocket here to put your accessories. So pretty nice case. Let's see what else. Maybe let's take a look at the ear tips. Oh, these, what is this? So this is airplane adapter. Okay, so I'm not too sure why they give an airplane adapter. So if you're on the airplane, this would be useful, but I don't really fly around, so not very useful for me. Ear tips, let's open this up. Alright, so I'm not too sure if you can see, but I'll just bring it nearer to the camera. But this, there are two sets of ear tips, two sets of small, medium, and large, just in case you lose one set. So yeah, they're all the same. Okay, if you can see, I'll just bring it nearer to the camera, but they're all the same types of ear tips. Okay, so no difference in there, but it's a pretty firm, when I feel it, it's a pretty firm ear tip, and pretty substantial in terms of the flange, and the inner core is actually pretty stiff or hard, and it's sturdy. Okay, sturdy is the word to use. So pretty good ear tips, good quality. I can feel that it's a good quality ear tip. Okay, and then let's take a look at the cable. And the cable is alright. It's a little bit thin and it feels pretty short. Yeah, the cable is a 2-core cable. Yeah, it's a 2-core cable. And it's got a serial number on the cable. So I'm not too sure. I think it's a pretty special cable. Yeah, it's got a serial number on it. And yeah, the cable is pretty thin and it's kind of smooth. Okay, it's got good body. It's quite firm. And it's made the Y splitter is made of metal, and it's got a chin slider, and it branches out to the individual ear hooks. Ear hooks are fine as well, pretty stiff and quite soft as well, and it's a 2-pin connector. Okay, right, so that's for the cable. Now let's take a look at the IEM. Ooh, so it's a chunky boy. It's quite thick, as you can see. It's very thick, and I think it's got a protective film on it. Let me just remove that. Very nice. I think there's one more here. Okay, so faceplate is a mirror finish. Basically, you can see yourself, and there is like a vent. Yeah, this is like a vent here. And it's got like a moondrop. It's like teardrop shape if you look at it like that. A water droplet, I guess. Yeah, and it's pretty nice, very simple and elegant looking, but the inner shell is really thick, right? If you look at the inner shell, it's quite big, and you can see the 2 dynamic driver facing each other. All right, on the inside, this part here, there are 2 dynamic drivers, and then near to the nozzle you will see 4 of the balance armatures, right, just near the nozzle here. And yeah, it's the whole thing is acrylic, right? It's acrylic and with the metal face plate. So pretty simple design and pretty nice and elegant design, I would say, right? So let me bring out my measuring gear, okay, and let's measure this and see how it graphs. All right, so be right back. Okay, so I'm back, and as you can see, I brought out my measuring rig, and I've also calibrated everything. So we are all ready to measure these Moondrop Blessing 3. So let's put the left side into the coupler, okay, and then make sure the seal is fine. There's no leak or anything like that. And let's go to the computer, okay, and first give it a name. Blessing 3, left side, and let's first check the levels. Okay, 86 dB, pretty good. Let's begin and see how it graphs. All right, nice. Okay, so this is the left side. Now let's take the left side out and put the right side in. As you can see, this is the right side. Okay, put it into the coupler. Okay, now let's go back to the computer. And now let's measure the right side. Let's hope it matches. Check the levels first. Okay, 86 dB, very good. Both very nice and even volume, SPL. Okay, now let's see if it matches. Wow, almost exact match in terms of the left and the right channel. Very nice tuning. Okay, so this means that their QC check is very good. So let's I'm not going to tidy up this graph, it looks just too perfect, so I'm just going to overlay the Harman target. So I'm just going to import this Harman target and see how it compares to the Harman target. Okay, so wow, look at that. Very nice. This graph is pretty close to Harman. Okay, let's just analyze it very quickly. First, starting with the sub bass, it is pretty much similar in starting off in terms of the tail end, close to Harman, but it's just a little bit shy from the Harman target in terms of the rumble. And when it comes to the mid bass, it's just a little bit less, but when it comes to probably about 200 hertz, it gets a bit more present, and it transcends into the lower mids, which is all the instruments are, and it's a bit above the Harman target. So meaning to say, this part here, the vocals and the instruments may sound more prominent, more forward, and then when it comes to the mid treble and upper mids trebles, this part here looks a bit lackluster, a bit not so energetic and not so bitey. Yeah, so which means some tracks may not be as bright, may not be as energetic, and also it's not very present as well. It may look like a very smooth treble. Yeah, may look like a very smooth treble with no peaks or anything like that. Even the air is pretty okay. This dip here after the 8K may show that it's not a very natural roll off for the treble, but we'll see. I'll have to listen to it. Okay, right, so let's take this out from the coupler, and I will take out my iPad now, and let's listen to this for the very first time, and I'll share with you guys my first impression. So be right back. Okay, so I am back, and as you can see, I brought out my iPad. I've got my Apple dongle, my cable, and my CP145 ear tips, and the Blessing 3. Okay, so let's listen to this for the first time. First, let's put the Blessing 3 into my ears, and they are very comfortable. They fit my ear very well, and it gives me a pretty good seal actually. Yeah, I can hear my own voice, so pretty good seal. Alright, so let's begin with my first impression and first listen. So I'm going to listen to a few songs and then commentate as I go along and let you guys know my first impression. Okay, first is Splash by Yoshi Horikawa. Okay, and the volume's at 50%. Pretty good volume level, not too loud, not too soft. And this song is test the overall spaciousness and the soundstage. It's quite spacious. Instruments are pretty laid out, and sound separation is also very clean and clear. The low end is low, is solid, is thundery, but is not forward. Okay, the treble on this, because there's a lot of like water droplets and all that, and it's not a very bright droplet. So usually, you know, when droplets, they sound pretty sparkly, but for this one, it's not a very sparkly and forward and bitey type of treble, but the spaciousness is pretty good. So this song is to test the overall layout of the soundstage, a pretty wide soundstage, and it's actually from the sides coming in and a bit on the top as well. Okay, so let's go move on to the next song. This for, well, Sarah McLachlan is female vocals. Let's see if it sounds good. So the bass is actually quite firm, but the mid bass is a little bit shy, and Sarah sounds forward, but not as bright. It sounds good, but it's not a energetic type of this part here where Sarah emphasizes on her vocals, that authority is not there, but overall she sounds very smooth, no sibilance at all. It's not shouty, she doesn't sound shouty, pretty clean actually. This IM sounds pretty warm, and it's not a natural sounding IM. Is pretty more of a fun casual listening type of experience, but it's good. It's not old, it's not too technical as well. It sounds musical. Yeah, Sarah doesn't sound very energetic on this IM. Alright, so that's for Sarah. Let's try Madonna, Express Yourself. This is a very energetic song, so Madonna should sound very robust in this song. So let's see. The cowbells, they sound pretty good. not as bitey because a lot of, and oh yeah, so when Madonna comes in this part, you know, like when she says "come on girls," it doesn't sound authoritative enough. It's not like very oomph, you know, "come on girl," you know, it doesn't sound like that. It doesn't sound really natural to me. It sounds very smooth. So female vocals, yeah, it's okay. But soundstage on this is fantastic. Good bass as well, good bass line. It's warm, it's engaging, it's got a very musical overall listening experience. Okay, so that's for Madonna. Now let's listen to something else. Let's test the bass. Taurus is a good song to test the bass, the bass shelf, right? The lowest of the lowest bass shelf. And this, yeah, Taurus by Machine Gun Kelly. This part here. 14 seconds in, you can hear that bass shelf. It's not a thundery, rumbly, earth-shaking bass, but it's very firm. And I can feel that the bass is actually a very solid bass, warm and heavy note. And for the, I'm not too sure who's the one rapping in the background, but he's got good authority. But for Naomi, she doesn't have that, again, that presence. Okay, so that's for the bass. Let's get another song to test the bass. Again, another song to test the detail retrieval, which is Letter. Okay, so this is Letter by Yoshi Horikawa. And this has got a lot of page flipping and all that, and a lot of chalk writing, and then the scribbling of the sound. That would tell me a bit of the details and the brightness, this and the clarity, and yeah, and of course the imaging and the positioning. This one, positioning, imaging, sound transition, sonic transition is pretty good. Stage wise, as I mentioned, is pretty good, but the clarity of that chalk writing is not forward enough. It sounds veiled, sounds recessed. Overall is okay. It's maybe the high end. The higher end of this frequency doesn't sound exciting enough. The bass is good. Soundstage is good. Imaging is very well laid out. So overall, yeah, pretty good. It's just that, yeah, when the drums and the snares comes in, it didn't sound engaging. The bite is not there, especially the snares. Okay, so that's for Letter. Let's see. Let's test one more for the rhythm. So this song here, okay, by Thundercat. This will, you know, the drums comes in, the riff, and see, you know, how quick this driver picks up. It should be good enough. Sonic transfers are pretty good. Soundstage, as I mentioned, is good. It's wide. Okay, this song has got a lot of snares, a lot of shakers, but it just doesn't sound. Maybe I just bump up the volume a little bit. Yeah. So when I bump up the volume, the treble gains a bit more, but so does the bass. So the bass actually, you know, veils a bit of the rest of the frequency. Well, but the bass guitars on this is pretty fast. A very, very fast bass, actually. Very clean, fast mid bass, and pianos do sound pretty forward in the song. And yeah, overall, very clean bass. It's just that the treble is a little bit veiled, I would feel. Okay, let's test just one more, and we'll call it a day. National Anthem. Okay, this is by Radiohead. This is more of the overall musicality of the song and how this IEM can portray out the naturalness of the song. Okay, hi-hats and the cymbal crashes didn't sound that natural. It sounds a little bit darkish, a bit rolled off. A bit premature, if I should say that. Not much air, I would say. Yeah, the kick drum sounds pretty good, and the synthesizers, they sound pretty forward. Yeah, it's just the cymbal crashes that didn't sound natural to me. But from what I hear, overall, this is a pretty fast mid bass, clean, firm, warm, And again, the soundstage, they sound pretty laid out, well separated, and very clean soundstage. Very nicely laid out soundstage. I would say male vocals, they sound better on this. Yeah, male vocals has got more presence, more authority, more... this one sounds great. Yeah, Radiohead. It's a great song. Alright, so let's pause this. And that's it. That's it for my very first listening experience with this and my first impression of this Moondrop Blessing 3. Again, this is not my full review. I will listen to this for a longer period of time and then I'll make another video at a later date. Alright, so that's it for now. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, watching this video and watching till now. I hope you guys learned something from it, and if you did, please give this video a thumbs up, and also please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. So that's it for now. I hope you guys have a great day ahead, and I'll see you again in my next video. Cheers.